Good morning, my name is Luke. I'm Paul, we're TwinSauce. And today we're helping a friend out with, he's shooting an interview today. And we're gonna show him a couple tips and tricks on interviews. Interviews and like a promo video. So we're just showing
Kind of like Vox.
Kind of like, well, that's what he said.
Kind of.
I don't know exactly what this video is, but he wants to help. So we're gonna
give him some tips.
give some tips. We'll hopefully give you some tips along the way as well, if we can. We'll just bring you along on the learning process.
It's a learning curve.
We don't know that much about this type of stuff either. I just worked in it for a while and I understand the basics. Shut up. Paul knows a lot. He's just being humble.
How are you?
You good?
Good to see you guys.
Sir.
I'm Luke. Nice to meet you.
I'm Paul. So there is a couple things you need to think about when shooting an interview. Now, I'm gonna do just 3 things. There's many things you need to be thinking about when shooting an interview, but these are just 3 things that I thought were really key if you're just getting started in interview videography, per se. So for example, like lighting. If you're shooting in a place that's really dark, try not to shoot there if you can help it. If you have to shoot there, try to shoot with some lights, or even just like use the lights in the room. Like today what we did is we didn't have any lights here. So we used this big window, this big garage door to shoot the bar that has a window in the back as a backlight. So what it did is it created like a really nice key light on his face, and then he had a rim light on this side, which is like a little hair light. Yeah, it had lighting. The first one. Number 2, when shooting an interview, your shot. Now when you're shooting an interview, if you have 2 cameras, that's great. Get a tight and a medium. So like here, I don't know, that's a lot of headroom. Kind of frame it something like this, where it's like the chest and a little bit of headroom on top. If you have the opportunity, get a tight, which is like this. That way you have things to work with. When you're cutting parts of the interview to make it feel seamless, you can change angles and it cuts together really well. Because I'm actually shooting inside of a chair like that. That's my tripod right now. Lastly, one of the most important things about shooting an interview is your purpose. Now, if you're going into an interview and you don't know exactly what you want to say or what your video is going to be about, and you're just kind of banking on the person you're interviewing doing all the work for you, it's not going to work out very good. One of the most important things when shooting an interview is to have a vision for the project. So like when you're going into the project and you're thinking, okay, I need them to say this, I need this to be the concept, and I want this to be what the viewer of the video takes away from this product. Now, if you don't have any of those, the viewer won't know what to take away from that. After not working in at the production company for a while, I definitely don't miss editing interviews. Interviews were probably the hardest thing for me to edit. They weren't bad. It wasn't like it was something I hated, but it was definitely something that like, if I could choose, I would not edit interviews.
Everyone uses for podcasts.
Yeah. All that to say, practice makes perfect. Interviews aren't easy to do right off the bat, but the more you do them, I'd suggest practicing a couple times. Do an interview with your friend about something they're passionate about. Plan out your questions, do your lighting, do your filming, get it framed up real nice, do the interview, and then get some B-roll of that person doing something that they love about like what they talked about, or even just them sitting in a room, or try to encapsulate with your B-roll, be intentional about that B-roll, take your time on that B-roll, but give something for overlay, because interviews aren't as interesting if it's just the person talking the entire time. LOL at me, just standing here with no B-roll. It's way more interesting for the viewer if they have something to connect to what is being said. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. We're gonna end the video right here, and we will see you in another video tomorrow. Don't die.